The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm going to get this camera rearranged. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 22nd day of April 2024. We go back to June 25th, 1988, a Saturday afternoon. In the park? No, in the Coliseum, and it's not quite the 4th of July, but it will be the Minnesota Twins, the first place Minnesota Twins against the Oakland A's on a beautiful, cool, crisp, clear Saturday afternoon in the Bay Area. The A's are 40-31. They trail by 4.5, which is kind of a surprise. One of the reasons why they're struggling is their pitching. We've seen Dave Stewart go a couple times. He has not been all that great. Today they go with Bob Welch, who was a 17-game winner in real life. As of Game 72, he is 6-6 with an earned run average of .567, which is 2.03 runs higher than it was in real life. If the A's are to run away with this division, and remember, we still have half the season to go, they're going to have to pitch a heck of a lot better. Speaking of pitching a heck of a lot better, how about Alan Anderson? He is going for the Twins this afternoon, 6-1 with a 2.36 ERA. The Twins are 44-25 and just off the New York Mets for the best record in baseball. Never would have guessed that. I told you right from the start that the Twins were a better team than they were in '88, than they were in '87. We'll see how long it goes. It's a big one in the American League West. It's the Twins and the A's. It's next. As soon as I found this, as Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 1988. Today, from Oakland Alameda Coliseum in Oakland, California, it's the Minnesota Twins and the Oakland A's. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulations and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. So again, it will be Alan Anderson and Bob Welch. It is, again, a beautiful 63 degrees, cool day. You're going to need your sweaters and stuff, probably drinking some coffee and eating some garlic fries. What little wind is going to be out to left at 4 miles an hour. So as Bob Welch takes his warm-up tosses, how you doing, Forrest? And Big Dave, PJ Wheeling, by the way, our latest follower, our 305th again. All right, well, we'll do this so I can actually see the screen. There we go. Let's go Twinkies, I see in the chat. Okay, yeah, I'm for that. You're definitely having your coffee, 64 degrees. It's interesting that the water areas of California are quite temperate. Because if you go inland, it is not. Dan Gladden will lead off for the Twins in left. John Moses is in right, and he'll bat second. Kirby Puckett in center goes third. Randy Bush is the DH. He'll clean up. Gary Gaetti. Don't read the chat and the lineups at the same time, Ron. Gary Gaetti bats fifth and plays third. Gene Larkin at first, so no Kent Hrbek today, or at least a start. He'll bat sixth. Brian Harper behind the plate will go seventh. Greg Gagne at short goes eighth. And Steve Lombardozzi at second will bat ninth, so no Tommy Herr as well. Welch a righty, so I'm not quite sure why no Hrbek and no Herr. On the mound for the A's, and he can go the distance. He can throw 135 pitches. Welch, as we said in the open, is underperforming, making his 17th start of the year. He's 32, fastball at 87, and he's a Chevron pitcher because we're in California. That is standard. Doesn't feature the ground ball or the fly ball. Welch last pitched against the Brewers on the 20th, so on full rest. He took the loss, got Christmas treed, 6 innings and a 6-3 loss, 114 pitches, 11 hits, 6 runs all earned, a homer, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. His last win came against the Royals. He pitched well, 2 runs in 9 innings. And I would say, with the exception of a game against the Tigers in May, that was his best start. 101 and 2/3 for Bob. 122 hits, 72 runs, 64 of them earned. He's allowed 5 homers. He's walked 51 and struck out 61. And again, at 6-6, his ERA is at 5.67. You got to go back to April 15th when his earned run, the last time his earned run average was under 4. I'm pretty much drinking a Shirley Temple in a can, as they're talking about coffee in the chat. I got a 12-pack of the Fruit Splash Ginger Ale, 0 sugar. And my wife called it a Shirley Temple in a can. She's close, and it's good. Dave Parker, by the way, a 2 and a 4 and left as we set the Oakland defense for you. Dave Henderson, a 7 and a 4 in center. Canseco, a 6 and a 9 in right. Carney Lansford, a 4 at third. Walt Weiss, an 8 at short. Mike Gallego, a 5 at second. McGuire, a 7 at first. Terry Steinbach, a 7 and a 7 behind the plate. And Welch, who prefers grape juice, is a 7 on the mound with a 980 fielding percentage. If you want to get technical, it is cherry ginger ale, and I believe, as I read the side of the can, that there is a splash of both cherry and lime juice. And it really does taste like a Shirley Temple in a can. Dan Gladden is hitting .259, 4 homers and 21 RBI. Welch starts the afternoon. Popped up left side. Weiss makes the catch, 1 out. We're with you Wednesday at noon Eastern. And then we're going to try an experiment Thursday night, or Friday night, rather, at 6 p.m. We're going to live stream to YouTube. Here's John Moses hitting .377, 2 triples and 3 RBIs. Because a lot of people are home. And I believe we're taping a show when I would be on Thursday afternoon. Pitch to Moses. There's a ground ball to Gallego over to McGuire for the 2nd out. So if you're a fan of basketball and or the New York Knicks, that's the show this week. 2:23. Kirby Puckett steps in, .367, 10 homers and 54 RBI. Welch winds and fires, and Kirby sends this one down the line, and left back goes Parker to the line. Off the wall. High off the wall. Kirby has 2 of these. He's in there with his 18th double of the year. So here's Randy Bush. Heavy. Again, I'm not sure where Herbeck is. Randy hitting .308. 4 homers and 30 RBI. The response rate here is better, Forrest. The latency is seconds. It's about 30 to 45 on YouTube. While here, I've timed it as low as 3 seconds. As soon as I say it, I see a response. Pitch to Bush. There's a ground ball to Gallego over to McGuire, and that will do it. So the Twins get a hit, and that's it. No runs, a hit, and no errors. Half an inning in the books. Minnesota nothing. Oakland coming up. So Alan Anderson making his 12th start of the year. He's just 24. Fastball at 85 and a ground ball pitcher. 6-1 with a 2.36 ERA. Last faced the Angels on the 20th. Dolly Parton 9-5 win. 7 innings, 114 pitches. It was the bullpen that coughed up the hairball. He allowed 5 hits, so run it was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. 84 innings, 55 hits. 24 runs, 22 earned. 7 home runs allowed. He's walked 18 and struck out 46. The lineup he'll face, Carney Lansford will lead off at third for Oakland. Dave Henderson in center will bat second. Jose Canseco in right will go third. Mark McGuire cleans up at first. It's the first time we've done a game that Parker wasn't between the two. Dave Parker will bat fifth and left. Don Baylor, the DH, will go sixth. Terry Steinbach behind the plate will go seventh. Gallego is at second. He'll bat eighth. And Walt Weiss at short will bat ninth. Anderson, 7 on a good day, maybe 8, 110 pitches. For the Twins, Dan Gladden an 8 and a 7 in left. Kirby Puckett a 10 and an 8 in right. John Holy Moses is a 6 and a 3 in right. Gaetti a 10 at third. Gagne a 5 at short. Lombardozzi in for her is a 3 at second. Larkin in for Herbeck, a 3 at first. Harper a 4 and a 4 behind the plate. Anderson a 7 on the mound with a .956 fielding percentage. Carnage at .287, 6 homers. He's still got 300 at-bats to go, and 39 RBI. Yeah, I can't do coffee all day. So the other reason why we do Twitch, besides the lack of lag time, is that it exposes these games to a different audience. Pitch to Lansford. There's a ground ball to short. Gagne deep in the hole. Throws to Larkin. 1 out. There are people who will watch on Twitch that might not have heard of these games before. So Gagne makes his 14th rate play of the year. This is game 70 for the Twins, 72 for the A's. Dave Henderson at .270, 9 homers, and 36 RBI. The other thing for YouTube is, with Twitch, I've got this on 2 monitors, so I've got the game on the laptop and you guys on the TV, but it's on the left side, and so I can see it easier. I'm not quite sure how well I'm going to be able to read it on the right side. We'll figure it out. Pitch to Henderson. Dave up the middle for a base hit. Puckett will field it. And Hender's on with a single. And there's 1 out for Canseco, hitting .292, 18 homers, and 61 RBI. Ground ball to third. Might be 2. Gaetti Lombardozzi for 1. And Canseco's going to reach 2 out. So fielder's choice, 5-4. Here's McGuire hitting .304. He's calmed down a bit. He still has 18 homers and 55 RBI. Throw to first. Canseco not a threat to steal. John says, coffee is the lifeblood that fuels champions. I had my latte this morning. Canseco not going. Pitch to McGuire. Fly ball, left field. Gladden races back, makes the catch at the track, and that'll do it. A's get a hit, and that's it. They leave a runner on after 1, no score. So Gaetti, Larkin, and Harper to face Welch here to second. We went out to, my mom takes us out to lunch when she's in town, and we did that Saturday. And if you were a friend of mine on Facebook, you saw the admission of me eating kale. And again, my family would like its privacy as we deal with this. But I had a coffee and bourbon on Saturday afternoon. Gaetti at .330, 18 homers, by the way, and 62 RBI. My mom asked, this is about 2:30 in the afternoon. Gaetti ground ball left side, base hit. So the Twins have their second hit of the ballgame. My mom says, won't coffee keep you awake if you drink it this late? Now, a caffeine actually does the opposite. I kind of fall asleep with it because I knew that there was bourbon in it as well. I turned to her and said, Mom, I'll be asleep 20 minutes after I get home, which is exactly what happened. Gene Larkin at .257, 4 homers and 28 RBI. Truth be told, I'm a tea person. Larkin draws the walk. So first and second for the Twins, nobody out for Brian Harper. Harper limited at-bats here in 88. Hitting .290. This is only his 32nd at-bat, or potential at-bat. He has a home run and 8 RBI. John says with coffee, the lifeblood of any trucker, it picks you up and it calms you down. Fly ball left field. Parker goes back and Dave will range it down and make the catch. Gaetti goes to third, so the Twins will have runners on the corners, 1 out for Gagne, hitting .275, 10 homers, and 33 RBI. My wife used to be a huge coffee drinker. My coffee experience is lattes and Dunkin'. And if that tells you anything, as it should, it says that I don't like coffee. How you doing, Scotty? Pitch to Gagne. Struck him out. That's big. Welch an 0-2. Fastball got him swinging. So first and third, 2 out for Lombardozzi. Hitting .247, a home run and 9 RBI. So the Twins, and again, Welch has not been super sharp in the early going. But they would like a run here. Pitch to Lombardozzi. Into center, Henderson rides the Schwinn coming in, makes the catch to retire the side. So the Twins get a hit and a walk, and they string 2. And after an inning and a half here in Oakland, no score. And so Scotty's spending some quality time with the Goats. Here will be Parker, Baylor, and Steinbach for the A's here in the second, 5, 6, and 7. Parker hitting .270, 7 homers, and 36 RBI. Ball 4. I wonder whose weird idea it was to pick beans because coffee is fruit juice. Don Baylor, by the way, hitting .191, 4 homers, and 12 RBIs. Because at first it must have been done as just juice and went, this is a great idea. Let's cook them and grind them and just eat the fruit. Pitch to Baylor. Into right center. Puckett moving over will make the catch. And Parker goes back to first. 1 out for Steinbach. Terry at .267, a homer, and 12 RBI. The scary thing is, when you consider that, is that millions and millions of people agree with the first person to go, let's roast these nasty, bitter things and grind them. Ground ball to short. Should be 2. Gagging to Lombardozzi with 1. And Steinbach's going to reach as the throw to Larkin is late. So Terry reaches on a 6-4 fielder's choice. 2 out for Gallego. I keep waiting for the comments to tell me I'm an idiot. Gallego at .171. No homers and 4 RBI. And that's ball 4. So Anderson lost him. Second walk. He threw 4 out of the zone. A great community that we need to bring over is from the game Dead Ball Baseball with Dice. Is that the game or is that the YouTube channel? Because we had on. No, that was Board Ball. Their Discord is a lot of young, like under 40 people. Weiss hitting .280. Walt doesn't have a homer. He has 8 doubles and 24 RBI. First and second, Weiss ground ball to Gagne. This should end the inning. Goes to Lombardozzi, and that'll do it. So the A's will strand 2. They do not get a hit, no runs and no errors. And after 2 on this beautiful day in Oakland, no score. So opening 9 for Welch, 36 pitches, 9 batters, 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. And Gladden is 0 for 1. Wow, over 200. You know, I hadn't thought about that, Scotty. People who chewed too many beans and had too much time on their hands. Gallego has it over to McGuire for the out. So ground ball to second, 1 away for Moses, who's 0 for 1. You chew the beans, and of course, it'll keep you awake. That is true. to Lansford, a line drive, and he goes the opposite way and makes a leaping catch. So Lansford, who has not been all that great at third, robs him of a hit. He's had 14 poor plays and 5 great plays. Here's Kirby Puckett. He doubled in the first. And he'll single over Weiss here in the third. Henderson ran a long way to grab it. Third hit for the Twins. 2 out for Randy Bush, who's 0 for 1. That is true for us. Lots of them don't really know about some of the games that our community sees as top-notch. About every week I get asked what this game is. And for those of you who might be wondering, who haven't put it in the comments, it's Action PC Baseball 2024 on sale from Dave Cook Sports, DKSports.com. Steinbach throws down to first. Do they get Kirby? No, he got back. So on the first pitch curveball, they tried to get Kirby napping off of first, but Kirby had his Sanka this morning. Left field, Parker coming in will make the catch, and the Twins go down. No runs, a hit. They've left on 4 through 3, and after 2.5, no score. Some of that group don't even know Stratorappa. I would imagine that a lot of people, the younger people who play OOTP, wouldn't necessarily know about Stratorappa. They're not people who saw the ads in Street and Smith's, because Street and Smith's doesn't exist anymore. Hey, get off my lawn. Carney Lansford's 0 for 1. Alan Anderson, opening 9, 38 pitches, a hit, 2 innings, and 2 walks. I've read lots of good things about dead ball, too. Haven't played it. Lansford in the left, Gladden, 1 out. Dave Henderson singled his first time up. Ball 4. So third walk for Anderson. He didn't walk that many. He only walked 37 and 202 in the third. He's walked 27 in this replay and 86 in the third. Jose Canseco is 0 for 1. That's like watching the movie without reading the book. Ow. My eyebrow itched and I cracked my neck. It ain't easy being green, and it's not easy being older. Pitch to Canseco, who's 0 for 1. Base hit left field. Gladden will cut it off. Henderson doesn't have great speed. Who made the poor play? It'll be charged to Dan Gladden, who's a pretty good fielder. Got a late jump. So 1 out for McGuire, who's 0 for 1. First and second. 1 out here in the third. McGuire up the middle, might be 2. Gagnon to Lombardozzi for 1. He throws to first, and it will be a 6-4-3 double play. A's don't get anything out of it. No runs, a hit. They've left on 4 themselves, and we go to the 4th in a scoreless tie. So Gaetti, Larkin, and Harper to face Welch here in the 4th. Gary singled his first time up. Down the line to left and gone. He puts it off the foul pole, and there wasn't anything Dave Parker could do but turn and watch it go. And so Welch gives up a home run. For Gaetti, it's his 19th of the year, and the Twins lead at 1-0. He just hammered that down the line. So here's Larkin, who walked his first time up. I timed the lag on the replay, and it's 3 seconds. Oh, by the way. Dead ball baseball with dice. Okay, Forrest, I'll look into it. Larkin walked his first time up. popped up. Steinbach to the screen. Won't get it. You got an eternity of foul territory here. And the count is a ball and 2 strikes. So Welch has not been prone to the long ball. It's only the 6-1 he's given up. That's into extra bases in the alley in left center. Parker, not a great left fielder. Larkin is going to have 2 with ease as the throw goes into third. And the Twins are in business here in the 4th. How you doing, Jeff? So Harper 0 for 1. Up the middle, a base hit. Larkin doesn't have great speed, and that's pretty shallow. What's Henderson going to do? Henderson will try for the plate. Steinbach, can he put down the tag? That bounces, and he scores. So it's 2-0 Twins here in the 4th, and now you kind of get the sense of why they're in first place. So here's Gagne, who struck out his first time up. Ground ball left side. Parker, that's a base hit. So first and second is Welch. Needs to start drinking water, I think. Here's Lombardozzi. He's 0 for 1. That's the 7th hit Welch has given up. In real life, he actually gave up less hits than innings pitched, and his whip of 1.3 isn't terrible. In the replay, it's 1.729. Grape juice. Yeah, we made that joke earlier. Dave says, to be honest, I never played Stratorappa. None of my friends played it growing up, so I was never exposed to it. Well, pursue the pennant? Microleague? Tony La Russa or Earl Weaver? That's a bunt. Steinbach will throw it down to Gallego covering, and Lombardozzi's out. So 1 out. Pay attention. Ron, second and third for Gladden, who's 0 for 2. So second time through, Welch becomes a Christmas tree. Lit right up, 58 pitches, 3 1/3, 7 hits. The home run belongs to Gaetti. He has only walked 1 and struck out 1. Twins have 7 hits with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Not all in this inning. To short, Weiss, a fantastic stop. They'll take the Shore out at first. Gladden chugs, but McGuire is on the bag. Harper will score, and it's 3-0. John says, when I first discovered your channel almost 5 years ago, as Weiss makes his 14th great play of the year, there weren't really many people on YouTube playing Action PC, nor very many sports sim channels with an abundance of current videos. Now that it has exploded, especially the popularity of Action PC games, how do you feel about that? Not as good as Dave Cook feels about it, I'm sure. I think it's wonderful. I absolutely think it's wonderful. You know, Bernie and Steve Tate in the draft league, and the enthusiasm that they show. They're in their World Series, and they're about to draft for their 3rd season. Dave Little used to do the basketball game of the week. I think as a product, it all streams very well. John Moses, by the way, is 0 for 2. Twins are up 3-0, 2 out here in the 4th. And the games are accurate. So, I think that it's easy to stream. It's easy to set up. You can pretty much do what you want with it. And there's enough visuals, I think, to keep it interesting. I think it's fantastic. Pitch to Moses. Ground ball to McGuire. He'll underhand to Welch, and that's the inning. It was a big one for the Twins, however. They score 3 runs on 4 hits, including the Gaetti home run. And after 3.5, it's 3-0 Twins. So if you look at the standings in the American League West, the Twins have a 3.5 game lead over the Royals. Oakland's 5 back. Seattle is kind of, skirmishing away. In the East, Milwaukee by 4 over Boston, Detroit, Toronto, and the Yankees are 6 back. Cleveland has fallen off the train. And the Yankees are pretty close to falling off the train. That should tighten up. In the East, in the National League, the Mets 7.5 on the Pirates. Pittsburgh's big game. Someone disliked that, by the way. It's fallen to 7.5. And the Dodgers are within 2.5 of the Reds. Way back when, Strat was his little secret for John, and no interest in trying to share it. It belonged to me and my few friends that played it. No, Digital Diamond V12, played that over the weekend. Some of the things in there are very good. He's done a good job with it. Twins, by the way, lead the American League in hitting at 296, and Oakland is the third best defense at 982. You can see the rest of the stats. So Dave Parker walked his first time up. Glad you love it. Parker has an 8-game hitting streak. He's got a 9-game hitting streak because that's going to drop in front of Moses for a base hit. Only the third hit for Oakland. Here's Baylor. He's 0 for 1. I think when we're kids and find something that we love, we do want to kind of keep it to ourselves. There's so many games that are recorded and streamed. I don't know how the CPU manager is, Jeff, because I treat it... You can play any game you want with it. It has a board game companion, and it will keep score for you. So whatever you have for cards and dice, you can play with it. And Status Pro is included. Over 100 seasons of Status Pro. Pitch to Baylor. There's a ground ball to Lombardozzi. He goes to Gagne for 1. Over to Larkin for 2. So a 4-6-3 double play. You can roll your own dice in Digital Diamond. We've done a couple shows with them. It's an amazing product. It really is. Steinbach is 0 for 1. Heck, Scotty remembers. I remember when you couldn't find a Fortnite stream on here. I was told the other day, there's various people that come in and help me, and some of them have young kids themselves, that Fortnite is now passé, and it is an older person's game. The Status Pro cards for us come with the game, and you can print them if you want, but they also just show up on the screen. Steinbach 0 for 1. That's a very easy game to learn. And, of course, Digital Diamond itself is its own game. Yeah, Mark is great. I'm sure we'll have him on again. Version 12 came out, and I should say for the record that we were provided a copy. The board game companion sells that game. But his game himself, it kind of... Let me do Steinbach's at bat. There is a ground ball right side past Lombardozzi for a base hit. Moses will throw it back in. 4th hit for the A's. 2 out for Gallego, who walked his first time up. Yep, that's one of the new features this year is you can print them. I forgot what. Digital Diamond has a batter's card and a pitcher's card, and they're all virtual. And it smushes them together for the at-bat. It is handy as anything. Pitch to Gallego. Ground ball to Gagne. Greg makes a great web gem stop from his knees over to first. Gallego is retired, and that will retire the side. You're getting a sense of why the Twins are in first place, don't you? After 4, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. Twins 3, A's nothing. So Puckett, Bush, and Gagne to face Welch. What a play by Gagne. Oh, my goodness. Kirby is singled and doubled. He's 2 for 2. Down the line and left. Parker moving down. Will make the catch by the Pens. 1 out. Dwayne Martz, by the way, has done a first look video on YouTube. Go look that up. Tell them that we sent you over. The visuals, if you're not using Status Pro, are a lot better this year. Randy Bush is 0 for 2. Weiss waits for the Rainmaker by the bag at second and will make the catch. 2 out. 65 degrees, winds blowing in from right at 4. Here's Guy Eddie. Gary has singled and homered, hit his 19th and drove in his 63rd. It's not even late December 1963 yet. Also scored his 53rd or 55th run. Slow chopper down to Lansford on the grass. Has to hurry over to McGuire. Gary's running and is out on a bang-banger. Halfway home on a 40-degree day in town. It's Minnesota 3, Oakland nothing. If you joined us late, first to 3 this week, 2 on Twitch, and a Friday night special on YouTube, 3-0 Twins. In the 4th, they got all 3 runs as Bob Welch coughed up the bit. Gary Gaetti, a solo homer, off the foul pole and left, his 19th of the year, made a 1-0. Brian Harper, an RBI single to score Larkin to make it 2-0, and then Dan Gladden, a fielder's choice, to make it 3-0. Alan Anderson, a 4-hitter through 4. He has walked 3. Bob Welch needs to be drinking. Oh, no, Dave, there's a ton of changes from 11. Bob Welch, 7 hits through 5. 3 runs, all earned. A home run allowed, a walk, and a strikeout. A lot more visuals, Dave. And again, it's on Steam. It comes with over 100 seasons built in. I forget what he charges for it. Walt Weiss, by the way, is 0 for 1. And he will keep it updated throughout the year. And you can, use the board game companion. And I believe you can import whatever you were playing from V11. Pitch to Weiss. Ground ball to Larkin. 1 out. I mean, that's the great thing, is that there are so many good games out there. Play what you like. It's on sale for $23.99. Digital Diamond also comes in very handy if you're in Draft League with other engines. Yes, it does. I hadn't thought of that. Easily download a season that you're in playing with and sort the stats versus lefty and righty. Yep. Absolutely. It is the spiritual predecessor of Ball Stat and Ball Score. Carney Lansford is 0 for 2. 1 out here in the 5th. Alan Anderson, 4 1/3. 18 batters, 69 pitches, 4 hits, 3 walks. To second, Lombardozzi has to hurry over to Larkin for the out. It came out Friday afternoon. How you doing, Bernie? So last year would have been volume 11 or edition 11, or version 11. This is version 12. Henderson, single by the way, and walked. He's 1 for 1. And a great user guide for us says it covers everything. It's on Steam. Such a good price, too. Henderson, a ground ball to third. Gaetti across the way to Larkin. And Henderson's out, 2 away. Nope, that's the inning. Ha-ha. Pay attention, Ron. After 5, Minnesota 3, Oakland nothing. So 6, 7, and 8 for the Twins here to face Welch, Larkin, Harper, and Gagne. Gene has doubled and scored and walked. And Larkin draws the walk. So here's Harper. Brian 1 for 2, a single, an RBI, and a run scored. That's up the middle for a base hit. Henderson will grab it. Larkin will hold at second. Someone asked me earlier, we're talking about there were hardly any Action PC videos 6 years ago or so. And now there's a ton. I think obviously the podcast has grown the community quite a bit. Bernie and Beatles' podcast has grown, and again, the genuine excitement of that draft league, because people go in and watch their games being played, just brings a whole nother element that you wouldn't necessarily do. Gagne, by the way, 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Steinbeck and Welsh have a word. First and second, Gagne, this might be 2. Weiss waits for it, over to Gallego for 1, spins, turns, and throws to McGuire, and that is a 6-4-3 double play. 2 out, runner on third. Here's Lombardozzi, who is 0 for 1. You look at what, I don't think it was intentional, it just happened to click, what Dave Gardner's done for APA football. I mean, people have bought that game because of his videos. And so, no, growing the community is what this is all about. Pitch to Lombardozzi, ground ball to Gallego in front of the bag, over to McGuire, and Steve is out. So that'll do it. Twins get a hit, no runs, no errors. They've left on 6 after 5.5. It's the Twins 3, the A's nothing. Canseco, McGuire, and Parker to face Anderson here in the 6th. Jose is 1 for 2 with a single. That will fall in front of Gladden in left field. Canseco takes a wide turn, but it's a single, and he's got 20 steals. And I can't see what his percentage is. So here's McGuire. Mark is 0 for 2. He's grounded into a double play. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Twins. They've left on 6. Oakland, no runs, 5 hits, no errors, and they have left on 5. Canseco not going. Not with that number. So now Anderson's got to worry about McGuire. Struck him out. First for Anderson, a 1-2 curve. Inside, 1 out. Parker has walked and singled. He's 1 for 1. I've done some OOTP streams. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. But there are people who do a lot of good OOTP streams, and that's the future of the community. And the thing that OOTP does very well is it's the sandbox. You can play GM to your heart's content. And I think for younger people, we'll talk about them like we're old. That's the gateway, being able to control. It's not just replay, but control. And Forrest says, so many great games, so many great games, Jimmy Fallon. Out there, it can be overwhelming. And that's true. And Canseco not going again. Parker, 1 for 1. He's now 2 for 2 as he singles up the middle. Puckett will throw it back in. So first and second, 1 out for Baylor. 0 for 2. He's already grounded into 1 double play. So Canseco on second, Parker on first. Baylor the tying run. Oh, by the way, MGD. I still look at that. I know it means multiple game disorder. The old fuzzy thing on the Delphi forums. But every time I see MGD together, all I can think of is Miller Genuine Draft. A beer I never had. Pitch to Baylor. That's a base hit in the right field. Moses will cut it off. Canseco with good speed. And he's going to get sent home. You can run on Moses. He can just park to C if he wants to. The throw goes in the infield, and it's 3-1. So the A's are on the board here in the 6th. Forrest agrees with me. Miller Genuine Draft. Here's Terry Steinbach. Terry 1 for 2 with a single. So Parker on second, Baylor on first, 1 out, and the A's are on the board. 3-1 Twins, 1 out here in the 6th. Harper reminds Anderson that you're a decent pitcher, throw I like it. Steinbach into center. Kirby makes the catch. Parker goes back to second. The throw goes into third, and there's 2 out. Gallego 0 for 1 with a walk. So Steinbach now 1 for 3. To first, Larkin waits, grabs, walks to the bag, and that'll do it. A's get 1 on 3 hits. They've left on 2 now. 7 overall, and after 6, it's 3-1 Twins. So top of the lineup to face Welch here in the 7th. Gladden, Moses, and Puckett. Bob, 99 pitches, 6 innings, 8 hits, a home run, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Gladden 0 for 3 with an RBI. There is a YouTube channel that does great AI recreations of songs. I think it's There I Said It. He did Louis Armstrong doing Apple Bottom Jeans, Johnny Cash doing Barbie Girl. Just funny, funny stuff. And last week, he comes out with the Beach Boys singing in the tune of Surfing USA to, I believe it's Jay-Z's 99 Problems, but my B ain't one. It is funny. Pitch to Gladden. Struck him out. Second for Welch. A 1-2 fastball. Check swing, strike 3. Here's John Moses. John is 0 for 3. P.J. Wheeling, our latest follower. Moses stays in the game. Pops it up left side. Lansford and Parker. It'll be Carney on the dirt. 2 out. For Kirby Puckett, 2 for 3. He is singled and doubled. Kirby had 234 hits for the Twins at 88. That's got to be top 5 all time. That's 108 so far in the replay. He's hitting 370. Pitch to Kirby. Up the middle, Weiss by the bag at second. Over to McGuire. Stretch time. 3-1 Twins. So Anderson, probably his last inning. It'll be Weiss, Lansford, and Henderson. Wald is 0 for 2. Here's a ground ball to third. Gaetti across the way to Larkin. 1 out. We'll have an American League game for you Wednesday. If that changes, watch the Facebook group. Carney Lansford is 0 for 3. And I forgot to give you numbers. Line drive to Gagnon, 2 out. So 28 batters deep for Anderson, 99 pitches. But his lady ain't one. 6 2/3, 7 hits, walking 3, striking out 1, and the run is earned. Henderson 1 for 2. Davis singled and walked. To Gagne, over to Larkin. And Anderson's through 7. And after 7, A's go in order. It's Minnesota 3, Oakland 1. So Bush, Gaetti, and Larkin here in the 8th to face Welch. Randy is 0 for 3. Welch, the 1 bad inning. Earned run average is 5.55. Klondike 5. This will go down as a quality start for Bob. Hasn't had many of those. Line drive to right. Canseco, 1 out. Gaetti is 2 for 3. Gary is singled and homered, his 19th of the year. Up the middle, a base hit. Henderson will throw it back in. And the Twins have their 9th hit, and Gary has his 3rd of the ballgame. Do they even make MGD anymore? Here's Gene Larkin. Larkin has a double and has walked twice. He scored once. A company out of Rochester, New York, Saved both Genesee and at least Narragansett. I don't know if they make Schaefer or not, but what I call grandpa beers. So you can find on the shelves here in New England, Narragansett. It's a sweet beer. Pitch to Larkin. Struck him out. That's 3 for Welch. A 1-2 fastball swung on and missed. I bet Bernie would be surprised that you could still find Narragansett. Howdy, neighbor. Have a Gansett. Brian Harper has singled twice. He's 2 for 3. Driven in his 9th run and scored his 4th. You can tell that Narragansett's a ricey beer. Fly ball right center. Henderson is there. Gets up the glove and makes the catch. And the Twins are going to trust Jeff Reardon to get 6 outs. So we got a pitching change here from Oakland Alameda. After 7.5, it's 3-1 Twins. Reardon can only go about 25 pitches. And save count wise, he's 15 of 18. He's blown 3. He's 33. The Terminator throws a fastball at 87 and a standard pitch. Second in the American League in saves. And the Red Sox don't want him. Just putting it out there. We love Lee Smith. Just saying that. Reardon last pitch yesterday against the A's in a 4-3 win. He went 1 inning, 16 pitches, and struck out 3. I'm not seeing that he's actually had a 5-out or 6-out save. He had a 5-out appearance against the Tigers on May 28th. And his longest save has been an inning. So 22 2/3, 25 hits, 13 runs, 11 earned. He's allowed 4 homers. Walking 4, striking out 16, 2 3, 15 saves, and an earned run average of 437. Again, we love Lee Smith. Just saying. Canseco is 2 for 3. Has singled twice and scored once. MGD was a great beer back in the day, Bernie says. Narragansett was a sponsor for the... Narragansett bought the airtime for the Red Sox on the radio and television. WHDH AM 850 and WHDH Television 5. Pitch to Canseco. Fly ball, left field. Back goes Gladden, way back there. Dan makes a catch against the wall. 1 out for McGuire, who is 0 for 3. You can actually get a 12-pack of Miller Genuine Draft at Walmart today for the always low price of $12.48. Deposit may or may not apply depending on where in the country that you are, but at least on the West Coast you can buy a 12-pack of Miller Genuine Draft. And maybe a Dodger dog or 2. McGuire 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play and struck out. Reardon's pitch. Center field. Crowd likes it. Kirby going back to the wall. Off the wall, McGuire has a double. His 14th of the year. And so here comes Dave Parker, the tying run with 1 out here in the 8th. And Dave has singled twice and walked. They stopped making Narragansett. I mean, there's a number of beers that now Bernie's craving a Miller Genuine Draft. Bernie, you live in Vegas. I don't think that's a problem, is it? Pitch to Parker. Fly ball to right. Moses over by the pins will make the catch. McGuire has to go back to second. And he'll run on Moses' arm. There's no relay, but McGuire taking his time. I think he's going to beat the throw. He does. So runner on third for Baylor. Don 1 for 3, a single and an RBI. That came in the 6th. He's also grunted into a double play. Did anyone see the Bartman play? Uh-oh. No, I didn't see that. I'll have to look that one up. In the Seattle game against Colorado. Didn't the Rockies get in trouble with airplanes already? Pitch to Baylor. Line drive, Gaetti, and that'll do it. So no runs, a hit, and no errors. We go to the ninth. Wilt says he'll start the inning. We'll go, okay. It'll be Gagne, Lombardozzi, and Glatton. It's the Twins 3. The A's get a hit and left on 8. And only have a run. Gagne 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, and grounded into a double play. See, the Red Sox might be making me some money. That is in the left. Parker will keep that in front of him. That's a base hit. That's the 10th hit. And in this case, Welch's doesn't do it like everyone else's. And we're going to go with righty switchy. We're going to go with Greg Cadaret. Because, wow, now here's one of the foibles in the game. I really haven't used Eckersley that much. He's on pace for 29 innings. Eckersley has only made 17 appearances. He's 34. Oof. Oof. No, I'll have to look that one up. Fastball at 89 and a ground ball plus pitcher. Spectator reached on the field with his glove, and a walk-off homer by the Rockies was taken away. Oh, my goodness. Somewhere, Jeffrey Meyer weeps. Eck hasn't pitched in a week. And he got the win. 6 pitches against the Rangers. And a strikeout. 13 2/3, 8 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 12. He hasn't gone a full inning in 3 weeks. That must have been against Minnesota in Minneapolis. He went 2 innings that day. But his last 4 outings, and he's only gone 4 times in the last 18 days, he's thrown 21, 33, 35 pitches. So runner on first, Lombardozzi's 0 for 2. Eckersley is rested and ready. Drops that one down as a bunt. Eckersley fields it, throws it to Gallego for the out, 1 away. So the sacrifice works. Gagne on second for Gladden. Dan is 0 for 4. An RBI and a strikeout. Usage. Manager. He is the closer. Don't pitch and blowouts, okay. Interesting, because there's no check there that says don't pitch him. John says that can only happen in Colorado, maybe with the White Sox. Action PC AI tends to bring closers in. It doesn't, and there's nothing there to change. They're not using them. Not sure how much that matters. Then again, Oakland is 5 games behind the Twins. Gladden is 0 for 4. He has struck out and driven in a run. Yeah, closers in the middle of innings. Yep. Struck him out. Got him on a full count fastball. 2 out for Moses. John is 0 for 4. Stays in the game. Gagne off a second. Ground ball to Gallego. Over to McGuire. And that'll do it. So we go to the bottom of the 9th. A's need 2 to tie and 3 to win. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. Twins have left on 8 and lead at 3-1. Yeah, I think you're going to have to. For guys like Marshall and Campbell in the 70s, if you don't remove those check marks, they don't get their innings pitched. And again, we bounce between teams, and so we don't necessarily see that. Steinbach 1 for 3 as a single. Gallego and Weiss to follow. We probably will pinch it for Gallego. Reardon also hasn't really gotten all of his innings in. AI instruction to always use the closer is always, Bernie says in all caps, ignored by the program. Base hit left center field. So the tying run will reach the plate. And we will pinch it for Gallego, who can hit a righty. And the answer is Louis Polonia. There we go. Polonia as a pinch hitter, 231 with an RBI. So 3 for 13. A walk in, 2 strikeouts. So he is the tying run. Steinbach with good speed on first. Harper reminds Reardon of that. Polonia line drive to Gagne for the out. Down to Steinbach, get back to first. He does. 1 out for Weiss, who is 0 for 3. So Steinbach was sent to steal and is back. So Weiss does have some power, and if he does not ground into a double play, it'll be Lansford. Walked him. So the winning run is Lansford. He is 0 for 4. He's got 1 game-winning RBI on the year, and Reardon has thrown 26 pitches. He still needs 2 out. Carney is 0 for 4. And again, can win the ball game with a home run. To right field. There's a lot of room there, and Moses is going to find it for the out. 2 out. Weiss will stay on first, and Steinbach, because it was hit so far in the corner, Mosey's over to third. Weiss is the runner that counts. They don't really care about Steinbach. They do care about Dave Henderson, who is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. Kind of like clicking no fouls in Action PC Basketball, immediate whistle. So 3-1 Twins, 2 out, and Reardon is giving Tom Kelly some Maylocks in the dugout. Henderson has 9 homers on the year. If he hits one now, the game is over. Down the line and left. Steinbach's going to score. Gladden has to go get it. Weiss has very good speed. He's around second. The throw is in the infield. They're going to throw to get Henderson, and Dave has a double. But it's now a 3-2 game, and Reardon can't get the save. In comes Mark Portugal with 2 out in the 9th. So Portugal has not had a save opportunity. The Twins have been given the air sickness pack courtesy of America West Airlines. America West, fly the West Coast. Portugal 2-0, a 5.13 ERA. He's going to walk Canseco, and they're going to take their chances with McGuire with the bases loaded, only because of force to any base. Hendu played his A ball in Bellingham. That's right, he was with the Mariners. Portugal last pitched 5 days ago against the Angels in a 9-5 win. 2 innings, 40 pitches, 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. That probably got Kelly a carton of Chesterfields. A home run and 2 strikeouts. Portugal, who has an entire country weighing on his shoulders, 26 1/3, 23 hits, 15 runs, all earned. 3 homers, he's walked 12 and struck out 12. Oh, I can't walk him because I'm the offense. So the smart move would be for the computer to walk Canseco. Henderson is the winning run on second. And Portugal is a terrible fielder. He's a 2 with a .750 fielding percentage. On the other hand, Canseco is a strikeout waiting to happen. 2 out, ball game on the line in a 3-2 game. So the runner on third is the tying run, and Henderson is the winning run. And Canseco at the plate. Portugal deals. Fly ball left field. This is going to work for the Twins as Gladden makes the catch in foul territory, and the Twins are living the life of Riley. They hang on to win 3-2. Wow. 3 hours and 7 minutes of fake baseball. Nice indeed. 3 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Twins. They go to 45-25. You're welcome, Bernie. They leave on 8. The A's, 2 runs, 10 hits, no errors. See you later, Jeff. And they leave on 10. Anderson gets the win, 7-1. 7 innings, 7 hits, a run. It was earned. He walked 3 and struck out 1. Reardon could have gotten that last batter. He still had pitches left. But somehow Mark Portugal goes home to his mom and says, "Hey, Mom, I got to save." Bob Welch falls to 6-7. 8 innings, 10 hits, 3 runs, all earned. The home run to Guy Eddie, your Digital Dice MVP, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So the A's fall to 6 back. The rest of this Saturday in baseball for you. Before we say goodbye, the Jays beat the Tigers 2-1. Dave Steve 9-2. Alexander falls to 6-7. Mullenix 2 for 3 with a triple. The Red Sox double up the Orioles 8-4. Bruce Hurst beats his future teammate Mike Boddicker. Hurst 9-6, Boddicker 4-9. Rick Shue over from the Phils 2 for 3, his third of the year. Mets 9, Cubs 5 at Wrigley. Ojeda 9-3, Jamie Moyer 7-3. Strawberry 2 for 5, his 18th and drives in 2. San Diego 11-2 over Atlanta. Jones 6-5, Tommy Glavine 3-6, Carmelo Martinez 2 for 5, his 6th of the year. Drives in 3. Pirates double up the Spos in Montreal 6-3. Smiley 6-5. Brian Holman 0-1. Barry Bonds his 13th, 1 for 1. He walked 4 times. Dodgers pound out 17 hits and beat the Reds 5-4. Fernando 5-4. Rio takes his first loss, so it's a game and a half now out west. John Shelby 3 for 4, his 4th of the year and a steal. Cleveland beats the Yankees 5-4. Oh, Greg Swindell 6-9, Dave Righetti 1-4, Pagliarulo 2 for 3, his 11th, and drives in 3. The Giants are still in the National League, Scotty. They beat the Astros 5-3. Kruko 4-5, Darwin 4-7. Goreltz gets his 9th save. Phillies beat the Cardinals 7-5. Gross 7-6. De Leon falls to 6-6. Juan Samuel 2 for 5, 2 RBI and a triple. Rangers. Ray Hayward strikes out 11, goes to 2-7. Glens Falls is Dave LaPointe, 6-7 in the loss. Gallagher smashes a watermelon, triples, and goes 2 for 2. I don't know who those Giants are. The Dodgers, after getting swept in that doubleheader to San Diego 2 weeks ago, haven't lost. Brewers 2-1 over the Angels. Paul Mirabella gets his first win. Mike Witt falls to 8-5. Dan Plesac gets his 15th. And last but not least, next stream is Wednesday at noon Eastern. Kansas City 6-5 over Seattle. Saberhagen 12-3. Scurry's to his 3rd loss. Eisenreich 4 for 4 for the Royals, a double and a stolen base. And on Wednesday, it is Milwaukee and Oakland, I think. And so there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. If that changes, we'll let you know. But June will end on Wednesday. So until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you then for more baseball. So long, everybody.